G'day folks, how you going? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then a special good day to you. In recent weeks, we've been looking around the Adelaide area on our South Australian road trip. But this week we're actually starting to head out of town. We're heading in a southeasterly direction along the Fleurieu Peninsula. We wanted to try and follow the coast south, but there is no real road that goes south. It was very confusing. There was roadworks, there were signs that said go this way for something, and then you never saw another sign again. So anyway, we finally did head south. Our first stop was where you catch the boat to go over the Kangaroo Island. We didn't go, but we just had a look to see where you could go. And then from then on, we sort of followed around the coast a little bit further. There are a number of really interesting places around there, interesting stops, but our main stop was, for this video, was for Victor Harbour. So grab a drink, grab a seat, sit down, and let's see what we got up to. Welcome to Victor Harbour, a charming coastal town located on the stunning Fleurieu Peninsula in South Australia. Just an hour's drive from Adelaide, this picturesque destination is a favourite amongst holidaymakers and travellers alike. One of Victor Harbour's most iconic attractions is Granite Island, accessible via the historic horse-drawn tram. Here you can explore scenic walk trails and spot the adorable little penguins that call the island home. Encounter Bay offers breathtaking views with the chance to see southern right whales during their annual migration. Victor Harbour is not just about natural beauty. It has heaps of cafes, unique shops and a rich maritime history. So let's have a quick look around. After a visit to the Tourist Info Centre, which told us all about the things of interest around Victor Harbour, one of the big things to do here was to go out to Granite Island. You can either do the 1.2 kilometre walk or take the only horse-drawn tram still operating in Australia. It was a bit full, so we decided to walk. While we walk out to the island, let me tell you a little bit about it. Granite Island was once connected to the mainland. Over millions of years, the land around it slowly eroded away. The rocks were formed 10 kilometres below the Earth's surface some 480 million years ago. The causeway where we're walking on was open in 2021, but the original one started as a jetty and was built in 1854, and in 1875 was changed into a 630 metre long causeway connecting Granite Island to the mainland. In the same year, a horse-drawn tram was introduced as Victor Harbour had become a popular tourist destination. A breakwater was built in 1879 to increase the port's capacity. It was initially established to transport passengers and goods between Victor Harbour and Granite Island. The tram operates every day of the year, subject to weather conditions. And what's out here when you get here? Well, penguins for starters. Spoiler alert, these are the only ones that we saw. Maybe they're on holidays or something.
Well, this sucks.
It also has a variety of bird life and marine life. It has great ocean views across the bay where Matthew Flinders met up with Nicholas Bodine in 1802 to have a chinwag, as each of them were exploring Australia in different directions. A whaling station once operated from the island in 1830, and now you can catch a boat from the jetty to a floating aquarium at the end of the walk. At the end of the walk is a cafe where you can refresh yourself before taking the walk around the island to explore some more. There's a great little boardwalk that takes you up over the rocks to view the coastline, and that becomes part of the island walk. The coastline can be pretty rough at times. The first recorded mishap happened in 1892 when a 16-year-old girl who was looking for a lost pocket knife slipped from the rocks and fell 24 metres into the ocean. Victor Harbour is only about an hour southeast of Adelaide, but if you don't want to drive all the way here, it might be worth mentioning that when it's running, there's a great little steam train from Goolwa right into town here. Have a look at the old manual boom gates. For the benefit of the younger people, there was once a job where someone would have to come out and open the gates, which would close the road, so that the train could go through. Great to see they still do it that way. Walking down the streets of Victor Harbour, it's a great experience, offering a mix of historic charm and a vibrant local culture. This is the main street of Victor Harbour, bustling with activity. It's lined with cafes, restaurants, boutique shops and galleries. The atmosphere is relaxed yet lively, with locals and tourists mingling as they explore the offerings. Many of the buildings along Ocean Street and the surrounding areas are heritage listed, providing a look into the town's history. These well-preserved structures add to the charm and the character of the area. Victor Harbour? Yep, worth putting on your places to see list. Now after Victor Harbour, we continued travelling east towards Mount Gambier, and for this video our next stop was the Tantanoola Caves. Tantanoola Caves, located 22 kilometres northwest of Mount Gambier, isn't one of the biggest caves in the area, but still offers a spectacular experience below ground. Well, that's not bad, $15 an adult. and you get a guided tour of this cave. So that should be pretty interesting. Well, it's not exactly guided. They do things a little bit different here. The guide takes you in and tells you about the cave. Then, if you've got no further questions, she leaves and leaves you to explore the cave on your own.
Just kidding. Imagine you've crawled through a little hole right above the door that we just came through.
So let me now tell you a little bit about the cave. Well, it's not big. The suggested age of the cave is around 800,000 years, so it's been around for a little while. It was first discovered by a boy that lived nearby in 1930. He was using a ferret to catch rabbits, and when the ferret didn't return, he went looking for it and found the entrance to a cave behind some bushes. He then returned with a torch and squeezed between the rocks and discovered what we now know as Tantanoola Caves. And yes, he did find the ferret. So here are some pictures of the formations. Well, that cave wasn't exactly what I thought, but I reckon it was quite good. I like the way she comes in, tells you the story on everything, and then goes away and just leaves you to have a look around and do your own thing for a little while. But yeah, quite a small cave, but I think it's worth 15 bucks. You don't get much for 15 bucks these days. I'm just going to do a walk now. There's a walk trail that goes to the top of the hill here. It's 500 metres. So I'm just going to go up there and have a bit of a look and see what we can see from up there. Taking these short walks can be a bit of a hit and miss thing. Sometimes they lead to nothing, and then other times they fit into the wow factor. But unless you do it, you'll never know. In Western Australia they planted a heap of pine trees like these for the building industry. I wonder if these are the same. If anyone knows, write it down below. The track takes you along the face of the up and down rock, past an abandoned quarry and up to the top of the hill. From the top you can enjoy panoramic views of the surrounding district before looping back to the cave entrance. The 500 metre walk will take you about 20 minutes, and it's relatively easy along the face, with a few rock stairs in the middle and a few at the end. Along the top you have some natural bush, what looks like farming land, and some more pines. Actually, the walk along the side of the cliffs is a little bit more interesting than the walk across the top of it. But anyway, let's go off to whatever comes next. So there you go, both places were really good. So that's it for this one. If you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up, because that really helps the channel out by making YouTube show my video to other viewers. And if you haven't already, subscribe button's down there, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That'll let you know when I've uploaded another video. There's plenty more to come on this South Australian trip, so you don't want to miss any of that out. So that's it for now, so till next time, happy travels.